Finally here. What's going on, everybody? I have officially purchased the cheap shot from Mike, aka the Fresh Rinse. As you know, I did a cheaper shot version of the Predator pump with just the 3-way valve. However, I'm finally committing to the full cheap shot. So let's do an unboxing and setup and just kind of maybe a little slightly review, see what's going on. That way, if you want to decide you want to get through this, maybe this is the video that can help you out. Out the gate, you get, I got the regular cheap shot. You get the, looks like well-cut aluminum, a little rough around the edges. So I'll probably have to make sure I get a grinder and sand these edges down. I might have to even go get gloves. Got my hardware. All right, thank you. And of course, pièce de résistance, the actual blend valve. 1-inch bad boys, and boy, they are rugged. This is great. Really excited for this. And of course, the skid mount, plate mount with the little feet where you pop off the Predator pump attachments, and these just pop right in. So this is really cool. So we're gonna put the two together. And then while I was talking to Mike, he asked me if I wanted to get some hose, and on his website you can get $1 a foot of the Tiger Flex. So I thought that was really cool. So we're gonna jump into all that and put together the skid first. So pretty straightforward. You could reference the picture of the actual cheap shot. So provided hardware, I'm gonna drop these in real quick, and I assume stainless steel. Let's tighten it down. Boom, there you have it. The skid is assembled. Now I went to look at my mount for the actual blend valve. There's no holes. So what I will say, I ordered this separately and this separately. I know there's an option for a complete, I guess, put together, or maybe the holes could be pre-drilled and the sticker could just go over it, but I'm gonna pre-drill the holes so this could be mounted there. So I will say that's one thing. Much better. I think these are spacers you get that I'm assuming, yeah. Let's go through and through, and then spacers up, spacer up, and then simply, of course I use the blend valve to actually measure out. Boom, and there you have it. We're gonna tighten this up, and then I'm gonna go see over there for the install. All right, step one is to remove these feet. Finally. All right, feet are off. Let's get the skid mount in place, and I did put some gloves on because it's just really sharp. All right, I'm gonna scoot it a little forward because, shoot. Okay. Okay, got that one. It's beautiful. You can see those feet. Really great design. This is a good shot right there. You can see them. So this is the side that my pressure relief valve is going back in. There's a video on that. If you want to go check it out, check it out. Here's my 3/4 bypass line going in. As it spits the water out when I'm off the trigger, it's gonna go boom. Look at that. Go through here, and I'm gonna feed this all smooth like, as Michael Jackson said, smooth criminal. Dun, 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 dun. I like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my 3-way back on here for now because I need an adapter. Female to female. And I had a straight barb from when I upgraded it to a 90, and now I need to put it back on straight, which is all good. That's why you gotta have always plenty of fittings laying around. And then we're just gonna get a hose, cut it, and it's gonna go from there, boom, to there. It's pulling in and taking it out. I'm just gonna keep on reiterating that so it's also sticking in my head really well. Because of the way the exhaust is hitting, I don't know if I have the space, I think I'm gonna take this tank out and actually set my soft wash here. This might be the way to go, at least for now. At least for a job in Georgia, going down the road. There's the exhaust. I think it's plenty. Just gonna do something about these hoses and we're good. Let's rig it up. I'm gonna go ahead and mount my main line. Here's the list of things currently done. Put a 3-way ball valve back on. Going to the main line. I got my bypass pressure relief valve ready to go, and I got the blue hoses ready to be mounted for SH and water. So water and SH is connected. Well, water is fully. The SH line is right here, and the idea I had for now, I'm just gonna put it in the tank through a previous install, and then I'm gonna put a little snorkel on there, kind of like that, and it'll just sit down at the bottom for now to get me through this job. So let me get that set up. All right, there y'all have it, folks. Got the water and SH hooked up. Not really gonna do anything with this yet. I got the 3-way switch over there. I got my little snorkel for now. Going into the SH. Nothing's left to do. Let's go ahead and fire it up and test it. I'm gonna go get the 2 3/4 hoses. We're gonna check flow, check draw, and that should be it. Well, I thought that was it until I went to do my hoses, and I can't find a fitting that I was gonna use to directly connect the hose, because they're 3/4 hoses. These hoses are from Harbor Freight, 3/4, but these are also 3/4. So since I can't find that, I'm actually going to redo. So you're still good for the first part of the video. If you wanna do it that way, you can, but I'm gonna update my inlet valve to essentially only have a snorkel, to where I'll slide this back on and I'll have a snorkel going directly up without the three-way ball valve, and then the goal would be to have the three-way ball valve mounted over here so I could actually rinse the bleach out. Because I've seen Mike talk about the switch or a three-way ball valve. So this is a good option. So still continue with the video, but let's go ahead and attach all this good stuff. So first thing I'm gonna do is I am going to attach this back into the snorkel so it all kind of looks like this. So there y'all have it, folks. I just simply swapped out the three-way ball valve that was there for a 90 into a straight barb, and then still essentially you get the same thing without the ball valve. But while I got y'all here, as you know, my one gripe with this system so far has been how I'm wearing gloves and how rough these edges are. So, you know, be a man, cut yourself. As long as you have a tetanus shot. But get yourself some electrical tape and go right over the top of it like so, and smooth it down, and bam, problem solved. Modern problems require modern solutions. Now that I got my edges all wrapped up, I switched out for a 90 snorkel, going straight back in, but right back where we left off. So my dilemma was that I originally had intentions of screwing 3/4 directly on there, but because this is 3/4, my solve, drum roll, Pigtail. So I'm gonna line in with 3/4 like that, and then add this one to the end of the hose and not use a hose reel, and basically just unsnap it, reel up the hose, and then when I'm ready to go, undo it and pigtail in and go. So this is my first time trying this. Let's see how it goes. So step one will be to go ahead and run a hose, which I don't think I need this much, directly to that 90-degree 3/4. I did have a 1-inch 90 on there, barb, but because I lost my piece, I'm gonna switch to a 3/4. Here's my pigtail. Got enough slack, and the way these works, they just clamp down like so. Really nice. And then that nipple goes right in there. And this we're gonna put on the end of the hose. So I've laid out the 200 feet of 3/4 hose. Just kind of let it all out, it's brand new. And what I am going to do next, I'm a little nervous and I want to make sure I thought about it at least 3 times. I'm gonna cut this off and attach my connector to the pigtail to that. So as it's going out, boom, the gun goes on that end. So let's knock that out. And again, you're just kind of hearing my thought processes as I go. It's not the most polished, perfect video you've seen. However, it is genuine of me figuring this stuff out and slowly working my way through all the problems I run into. And really, you also get ideas kind of along the way that you wouldn't have thought of before. All right, here I go. It is time to fire it up and see what we've done. So I am gonna open up the water first, close off the bleach and soap lines, and let's turn it on and see if we get a bunch of flow out of there. Again, I'll put it over to this side. Let's put it on start, about midway. Switch is on, right there. It works. We're good. Nothing blew up. Nothing blew up. So I think I need to go ahead and do the same thing again. And let's open up the bleach a little bit. Well, I'll just do 6% and I could cut it off. So everything is locked in. Back to the pump. Turn on. Throttle middle. Okay. Okay. So much more flow, and that bleach line primed scary fast. I didn't even have I was trying to watch it to see what it does, and I'm glad I didn't have the whole line attached to it. So now let's attach my pigtails. Hate to waste bleach. All right, so that's clean. Back to on. Okay. I wonder what the flow is. Almost 10 gallons a minute. 3/4 hose off the pigtail, 200 feet of it, no attachment is 10 gallons a minute. 30 seconds, fill up 5 gallons, that's the math. Oh my goodness, I am beyond excited. That's good news, really good news. So that's my pigtail. Looks pretty clean, just kind of drapes over that. I'll unhook it when I reel up all the way. Now let's attach the gun. We're almost at the end. Now the end of my 3/4 hose, again, had to think about this 3 times. I'm gonna cut this off, and this is my water boss. It does have some restriction on it. I wish I gotten the 1/2 inch. There y'all have it. This is what it's gonna look like. And there y'all have it, guys. Cheap shot from Radio Wash Systems, fully installed. Got my 3/4 hose reeled up. I'm ready to go. I got a commercial job to do in Georgia, actually, and I am beyond confident it's gonna go really well. So if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment for any questions, and stick around for some extra videos at the end.